Confinement rearing. Confinement rearing is any system of raising poultry or other livestock in which the animals are kept from the contact with the ground primarily as sanitary measure. A livestock confinement system is the complete livestock or poultry production facility. It includes the following: buildings, feed and water systems, manure handling systems, livestock handling equipment, pens and gating, slotted flooring, ventilation systems, other incidental items, taxability of livestock confinement. Advantages of confinement rearing: excellent protection against losses caused by thievery, dogs, wild animals, adverse weather conditions, and soil-borne diseases, parasites, and insects. Lower land costs, lower labor costs if automatic feeding and water equipment is used, better control of operations. Example houses during confinement rearing. Pole-type rearing houses. Pole-type rearing houses are widely used for turkeys. A popular size is 40 by 300 feet, but many houses are wider and longer. Strong wire or solid partitions about 5 feet high, either suspended from the trusses or made removable, sometimes are used to divide the flock into units no longer than 1,000 to 1,500 birds each. This arrangement is helpful in sex and age separation and can help to reduce or prevent losses from crowding, stampeding, and diseases. All houses should be strongly built to withstand weather hazards such as high winds and snow. Rearing houses need not be well lighted because turkeys over about 8 weeks old tend to grow faster and more efficiently in dim light of 1/2 to 1 foot candle. Stone yards. The capacity of confinement houses can be increased by adding an outside yard evenly covered with 12 to 15 inches of wash stones, varying in the diameter of 2 to about 4 inches with fine particles removed. The yard should be well drained and surrounded by strong, tightly stretched 6-foot fencing, about 5 to 1/2 square feet of yard space plus 3 square feet in the house should be provided for each large type turkey in mixed flocks, allowing the birds to continuous access to stone yards. The stone yards do not cause breast blisters or foot trouble and normally would not need be cleaned, stirred, treated, or replaced for 15 years or longer. The turkeys benefit from the direct sunshine, exercise, and fresh air when they are in the yards. Rearing porches. The capacity of confinement houses can also be increased by adding a slightly sloping concrete or blacktop porch. About 2 square feet of porch space plus 3 square feet of floor space in the house should be provided for each large type turkey in mixed flocks. The porch should be surrounded by strong 6-foot fencing and can be used with or without litter. A house 40 by 300 with a porch 30 by 300 feet would hold up 400 large type turkeys of mixed sexes to market age provided the birds are debeaked. With this type of management, periodic cleaning or relittering of the porch may be necessary. Feeders and waterers should be inside the shelter, which should be built to exclude wild birds and predatory animals. For use in extremely hot weather, sprinklers can be installed above the porch. Diseases prevention. What are the disease prevention methods? Disinfecting and cleaning, and disinfectants. Although effective drugs now are available for the prevention and treatment of certain turkeys diseases, emphasis should be placed on prevention through management. Some management practices that may help to prevent the introduction and spread of diseases and parasites in turkeys. Disinfecting and cleaning. In general, there is a little to be gained in disease prevention by routinely applying disinfectant solutions to poultry buildings, soil, and equipment. However, when infectious disease occurs, the use of disinfectant may be indicated as suggested in the handbook, recommended by competent authority, or required by regulations. All turkey occupied buildings should be cleaned thoroughly after each brooding, growing, and breeding period. To clean buildings that have solid floors of waterproof material, remove the birds and all the litter, scraping of all accumulations of dirt and droppings, then wash down house, including all built-in fixtures with water under pressure. For example, it sometimes is recommended or required that hatching eggs be fumigated with formaldehyde or dipped in antibiotic or quaternary ammonium solution to aid in the control of certain egg-transmitted diseases. When infectious diseases occur, fumigate and frequent intervals the battery brooding rooms, incubators, egg rooms, and all egg and poultry equipment that can be tightly closed or placed in a tightly closed room. Start with the ceiling or the underside of the roof and remove all dust and dirt, washing it down to drain or out of the doors. Wash, rinse, and drain the watering equipment. Scrape the feeders clean of all loose dirt and spoiled or dirty feed. Where practicable, expose all parts of the portable equipment to direct sunshine for several hours. After the cleaning, open up the house to the fresh air and sunshine and leave it vacant for at least 30, preferably 90 days. Disinfectants. The quaternary ammonium compounds are considered to be good disinfectants if used according to directions and not in soapy solutions or any surfaces containing residues of soap or detergents. In the recommended solutions, they are odorless, effective, and relatively non-irritating to eyes and skin. They are recommended for disinfecting eggs, clothing, instruments, glassware, utensils, and metals. They can be used on the human skin if all soap and detergent residues are first removed. Chlorine disinfectants such as sodium hypochlorite, calcium hypochlorite, and chlorinated triazatrions are powerful disinfectants and effective deodorants and bleaches when used as directed on clean surfaces. They are useful in disinfecting cleaned equipment and housing and can be used as antiseptics in drinking water where it is prescribed. For general use in poultry buildings, the saponated Cresol disinfectants are effective and relatively inexpensive, but they leave a persistent disagreeable odor and are irritating to the skin and eyes. They should not be used on or in feeders, waterers, or any equipment concerned with human food or poultry feed. A list of cresilic disinfectants permitted for official use is available. Formaldehyde. A gas is sold as formalin, a 40% water solution, or as paraformaldehyde, a powder that liberates formaldehyde when heated. Formaldehyde is an excellent disinfectant, but its use is limited to disinfecting relatively airtight rooms and equipment, utensils, and clothing that can be placed in them. It does not injure equipment or utensils, but it is irritating to the skin and eyes. As a rule, fumigation of poultry buildings is not effective because they cannot be made airtight. Direct sunshine has a value as a disinfectant for use where it can be applied directly to clean equipment, fabrics, and utensils, but it is not dependable for general use. Depopulation, although not classed as disinfectant, helps to combat diseases because most bacteria and viruses are unable to live for long periods of time outside of the body of the host.